How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we're going to be counting down the top 5 best Pokemon ROM hacks for the GBA for iPhone and Android. Now, let me just explain really shortly here. To actually play your games on the Android or iPhone, you will need to search up individual tutorials for how to get an emulator on your devices. Also, I will not be hosting any of these files for these games. You're going to have to search those up yourself. I'm going to link them down below, though, but you'll have to download them from those individual websites. Now, before we continue here, guys, please understand, to play these games, they have to be ROM hacks. So, I mean, if you find any game out there that's called a fan game or considered a fan game and made an RPG maker, you cannot play it on your device if it's an iPhone or an Android. But these games that I'm going to list in this video, they are playable on the iPhone and the Android. Either way, let's get right down into the countdown. Let's start with number 5. Number 5. Now, first up here is going to be on the 5th place, ya boy, Pokemon Johto League. Now, Pokemon Johto League is a ROM hack that actually follows the story of the Pokemon anime, featuring Ash and, of course, Team Rocket and such. And you get to kind of follow that story along, same way you do it in Pokemon Ash Gray. Now, if you don't know what Ash Gray is, definitely gotta recommend you guys to download that. Pokemon Ash Gray is kind of a game that's kind of remaking or pretty much retelling the story of Ash's journey, but you get to play through it in a ROM hack format. Now, this game essentially takes it a bit further, and you get to play in Johto instead, because in the original Ash Gray version, you play in Kanto and only that area, but in this version, you play specifically the Johto League. Now, what's really cool about this game is that they actually add in brand new tiles, and of course, new sprites, which is really nice, because it actually adds more to the game. Team Rocket is also in this game, and they're a bit hard to battle. They kind of up their strength and such. There is a day and night cycle in the game, and of course, there is a new tile screen and such, and of course, the new maps and such. It really is a cool game, to be honest, though, and I kind of like the way it's formatted, and I definitely would recommend it for you guys out there if you want to try it out and you want to play it. Definitely do check it out. It's going to be a link down below, of course, to the games. You guys can check it out. And in simple terms, it's just a game that kind of remakes the story of Ash's journey. You get to play through that. It's kind of cool and really interesting, if I'm going to be honest. So I hope you guys do enjoy it, and I hope you guys want to see, kind of more of it. And yeah, it's going to be it for this one. Let's go to the next one on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4. Now, next up on the list, guys, is going to be Pokemon Ultra Red. This is also another ROM hack which you guys can play on your devices. Now, just a quick heads up with this game, it has to have a few bugs here and there. There's actually quite a few bugs in this game, but I still think it's a game worth talking about, and definitely worth, featuring in this video, to be fairly honest. Now, what's really interesting about this game? Well, this game actually features Gen 7 Pokemon. One of the choices to actually choose when you, get to choose a starter is Rowlet, which I just love. It doesn't have the other ones, but I think you can actually get the other Pokemon, you can get yourself Popplio and such later on, and, what do you call it, Litten. You can get it later on, I think, in the game. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's supposed to be in there. And also, the game does feature Ash Greninja, Mega Evolutions, and all those things are essentially in this game. They're included, and also, they have their own custom evolutions, and they're really weird ones, and you get to choose them in the start. One of them is as evolution, there's a fusion with Solgaleo, and the other one is with Lunala. It's really weird, but I think it looks cool. The only issue with this game, and I'm going to warn you right now, some parts of this game have not been fully well translated. Some parts are actually still kind of in, I guess, Spanish or Portuguese. So I'm going to warn you before you do play this, or you want to play it, that there is going to be a few areas where you're going to have moves which are not in English. So just going to warn you on that. Make sure that when you get this game, look for the right version, because there's different versions, I think, and it really depends on which one you get, because they're a bit different, each one of them. But either way, if you want to just download the game, it's going to be a link down below to the post where I found it, and you guys can check it out there. Either way, let's go to the next one on the, actually, never mind, this game, I forgot to say something. This game actually has really cool sprites. I really want to mention that, I forgot to mention it, but this game has really cool sprites. They really improved upon the sprites here. I'm not sure which ones they're using in the game, but the sprites are really cool, and actually the tile set for the game is pretty top-notch. I kind of like it, so gotta make sure to point that out. So let's go to the next one on the list, lads. Number 3. Now, coming at the 3rd place is going to be Pokemon Quartz. Now, Pokemon Quartz is a very old game, but also a very well-completed game. This is a final completed game, so if you're looking for a complete, long experience, and a game that is long and actually pretty cool, well, this is the game for you. Now, I've got to warn you, this game has Fakemon, and I know a lot of people out there do not like Fakemon, and I'm not sure if you're going to enjoy this if you're not a big fan of Fakemon, because it has some Fakemon that aren't really on par. Some of them are amazing, but some of them are also less, cool looking and less developed. There aren't as, there's a lot of good ones, like really well-made Fakemon. But those are a lot of like, I guess you can consider them bad. I don't think they're bad, but like they aren't like on the same level as the good ones and the badass looking ones. Like they aren't on the same level, but there are some that are kind of hit or miss sprites in this game, so I'm going to make sure to point that out just so you guys know before you play it. But other than that, the game is actually pretty cool. It features a lot of different things. It's got its own unique story. They have changed around the tile sets slightly. I think majority of it is the same, but they actually added in a few custom ones for buildings and such, which I really do think look cool. It kind of gives you this like feeling of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like you feel like you're playing Pokemon Ruby, but like it's different. It's still different. The game has a long story. You can play as both, of course, female and such. And I've got to say, like, it's actually a pretty cool game. I think it's an improvement upon like what it was based on, which is Pokemon Ruby. And then they've added in their own things and remade the story and such. And they've added in about 386 new Pokemon. So it's a lot of like Fakemon and stuff to catch and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, I hope you do enjoy this game. If you do, make sure to download it and let me know in the comment section down below. And let's go to the next one on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2. Now, next up is going to be Pokemon Emerald Wally version. Now, this is literally what it sounds like. This is literally, quite, no joke, you playing as Wally in Pokemon Emerald, and you get to follow the story of Wally all the way up until, like, essentially, I guess, Victory Road. Then again, this game is not completed. I'm going to make sure to point that out, guys. This game is not completed, so there is still updates coming. The game is still being developed well, so just, you know, keep that in mind. There's still being things worked on in this game. But I wanted to just kind of point it out that this game is still being developed and that there is still more things to come, as far as I've seen. But the game is really cool, though. You play as freaking Wally, which I think is just really cute, by the way. Like, that's kind of a cute thing to do. You know what I mean? It's adorable. I like it. So you play as Wally and you take on the journey of his. You go through the, you know, just the Emerald, like, not the Emerald. I was going to say the Emerald region, but I mean the Hoenn region. You go through the Hoenn region. You have a good time. It's really just you playing as Wally. There's really not much else to it. And I think it's a kind of cool experience because it's so different from normal Emerald. And I do like it. I mean, it would be pretty cool if you actually had the option in original Emerald to play as Wally. I think it would be really cool if, like, you know, Game Freak showed us a different, like, you know, the different aspect of being a trainer and how it is to be, like, the underdog, sort of, which is what I think, you know, Wally kind of was back then. But definitely a game worth checking out. I definitely recommend it 100%. So do check the description down below if you want to go, you know, download the game and such. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. Number 1. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be my favorite game on this list, and it's Pokemon Mirage of Tails. This is a game that I definitely think is worthwhile. Please do play this game. Just a pre-alpha that's currently out. Please play it. It's not too long, but it is decently long, just to the point where you will like, actually like enjoy it and experience something good with it. And what is essentially Pokemon Mirage of Tails? Well, the game is based on Fire Red, or at least it uses Fire Red as its basis, but it is in Fire Red. It is a unique experience where you play a sort of open world game. You get to do side questing. A lot of side questing. There's a lot of quests in this game. Things you gotta do. You essentially end up like finishing in school, and then you get to choose a profession. You can either choose to be an officer, like a mountain climber, a bandit. There's a lot of different things you can do, like a lot of different jobs. Even a ranger. I actually chose a ranger, which I think is really cool, but I think like the officer is really cool as well. But either way, so you get to choose a profession. Then you follow that profession, and you kind of make your way through this like elaborately well-made like map where they put out a lot of things. You get to do a lot of stuff in this game. It's a really unique experience that I don't think any other ROM hack can really emulate at the current time. I haven't seen any ROM hack specifically doing like something on this level. There are games out there that I think have crafting, such as Pokemon Sweet and such. Those do have crafting and such. But this game, I think, is just such a cool concept of having an open world-ish Pokemon game. Now, it does not start off open world-ish in the start. It is kind of closed off and you have to do a few things before you can get started. But as soon as you're started, you're free to do whatever you want. The game is huge. It's got a lot of things to go, like a lot of places to go, a lot of things to do, a lot of places to grind and get Pokemon, and there's a lot of things to do in this game. It's a very unique and stylistically well-made game. There are also a lot of really cool, like, tile sets they've added in, because, you know, you have the basic Pokemon tile set, like, you know, the Pokemon Fire Red tile set that you have back in Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, and such, but then they've also added in these custom-made ones, and ones from, like, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald and such, and then kind of mixtures, even stuff from Gen 4 kind of added in here and there, as far as I've seen. Then again, I could be wrong there, I could just be kind of confusing them, but they do look like the ones from Gen 4 in some instances. Then again, tile sets are beautiful, the game looks beautiful, And the concept is great, and having this profession you follow, it changes the story for, different people, and you get to do different things, which I think is lovely. So definitely check this game out. It's definitely worth your time. I would 100% recommend it, guys. So either way, that's going to be that one, lads. I think we are done for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like down below, guys, if you enjoyed, and also make sure to tell me in the comment section down below if you're going to be downloading any of these games. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer if I can, if I have the time for it. And also, let me know, guys, are there any games out there you want us to, showcase or talk about? Let me know about any games you want to see, want to see us do and such. And yeah, I'm done for today. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye, everybody.